Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our NIBS home school. My dear students, hope you are all well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am Sanjida Rahman, assistant teacher of National Ideal English Medium School, day shift. Today I am going to take a science class for the student of class 6. Our today's class topic is chapter 12, reading done and creative question number 1, and our lecture number 23. In our today's class we will give you homework, and this number is 17. My name is Sanjida Rahman and this is my contact number. My dear students, in our previous class we discussed chapter 12, origin and the formation of the life, first part, and now in our today's class we will learn, or we will discuss last part of this chapter, and also we will discuss creative question number 1. Now let's start our class. Our chapter 12 name is origin and formation of the life. Lesson number 7. The internal formation of the earth. Internal formation means how the earth is created. What is inside of the earth. The interior of the earth is divided into 3 layers. Below the earth's surface lies the solid layer covering the interior portion of the earth known as lithosphere. The lithosphere may spread up to 100 kilometers below the earth's surface. Below the lithosphere is mantle zone, and at last surrounding the center of the earth is the portion called centrosphere or core. It is assumed that after creation of the earth, heat let off gradually from its exterior portion and the earth crust becomes cool, but from the heat in the central portion could not be emitted. As a result, the centrosphere and the mantle zone remain very hot. So here is the 3 main layer of the internal earth. Internal earth, here you see in the after the surface it is the lithosphere, and then mantle zone, and in the last part, that is middle in the earth, it is the centrosphere or core. The spherical layer of about 3500 km radius from the center of the earth is the centrosphere. There are heated nickel, iron, lead, etc. metals in the centrosphere. There are in solid state in the outer side and in melted state in the inner side of the centrosphere. So in this centrosphere zone we found the nickel, iron and this kind of metals, and in the surface they are solid, but in the core of this zone we found them they are liquid. In the middle of the centrosphere and lithosphere there is a mantle layer. Major portion of the mantle layer is solid, but some portion of it is in semi-liquid or half melted state. Scientists assume that melted lava springs out by volcanic eruption from this portion. So here is the mantle layer. You found there they are semi-liquid or liquid, and when the volcanic erosion happen, then this lava springs out by the this portion. It is not possible to go too far below from the surface of the earth, but the scientists came to know about the interior of the earth through various forms of investigations. When you will be in higher classes, you will know more about the centrosphere and mantle layer. Lesson number 8, plate tectonic, volcanic eruption and earthquake. In our world, we found that in different times there will be earthquake happen, and also now in this time, few days ago we found that in the Sylhet there will be 6 times earthquake happen. How earthquake created, why it is happen, now we will discuss it. Plate tectonic. Man always wanted to know the reasons behind the earthquakes. The perplexing question was, why does the volcanic eruption occur? That means man wanted to know why dreadfully hot liquids and gaseous substances expelled from some places of the earth's surface. Many scientists, different religions have tried to explain the matter, but no explanation was acceptable widely. At last, scientists introduced a theory named plate tectonic theory. The earthquake and volcanic eruption can be explained by this theory, and this theory was accepted by all to a great extent. So, the scientists give a theory, that means plate tectonic theory, and they told them that the earthquake and volcanic eruptions happen because of the plate tectonic placed. Plate tectonic theory. The basic conception of this theory is based on the finding that the lithosphere below the earth is separated into many portions of the parts. These are called plates. Like this, here we found three layers like lithosphere, mantle and centrosphere or core. These plates are in floating condition over a region of mantle zone. In this lithosphere, they are floating on the mantle zone. These plates are displaced by few centimeters per year toward any direction. Sometimes these plates moves away from one another. Again, sometimes they come close to one another. Even sometimes plates moves up or down by few millimeters per year. Where one plate comes in contact with another plate, that area becomes more prone to earthquake and volcanic eruption. When these plates are moving and they are coming close to each other, they are going far from each other, or they are going ups and downs, then we will feel earthquake. If there are high hill or mountains in the areas where these plates are connected, occurrences of earthquake and volcanic eruption are more likely to happen in those places. And we found that when there is hills or mountains, when these plates are moving or they are going ups and downs, then the volcanic eruption is also happen, and also earthquake is happen. It is assumed that when the plates smack or strike one another, immense heat is produced and the substances inside the earth get melted due to this excessive heat. These melt substances gases out from below the earth's surface due to the pressure. These split, melted and hot liquids are known as magma. There is the hill, and when these plates are moving and they are displaced, they are created lots of heat inside of the soil. Then the metal things or the things which are inside of the soil, they are melted and they become blast out from the soil. Similarly, when these plates have a collision with one another, the earth is shaken mightily. This is called earthquake. Recently, earthquake is also occurring in Bangladesh. Now you understand that why the earthquake is happening. Now, lesson number 9 and 10, lithosphere. The upper portion of lithosphere is known as earth crust. Earth crust is covered by either water or soil. Most of the earth crust is covered by water. The rest portion is covered by dust particles or stone chips. If it is made by organic substances and in soft state, it is called soil. Earth crust is an important part for the human being. We live on this part of the earth. We produce our essential foods on the soil. Besides, there are minerals in the soil which we use for different purposes. Soil formation process. Generally, soil is formed by stones, stone chips, dust particles, sands, mud, etc. Remains of plants and animals are also mixed with them. The earth crust is formed by the solids, generally known as rocks. Generally, the soft soils are formed from the hard rocks into phases. First phase. For an extended period of time, hard rocks and minerals are converted to minute particles due to the heat, rain, cyclone, earthquake, etc. Moreover, these small rock particles are concentrated at one place from another due to the flow of wind, ice and water and volcanic eruption. Now, second phase. With the minute particles of rocks and minerals, water, air, small living centuries like bacteria and remains of plants and animals get mixed up to form soil. Soil of different places have been formed in different processes. So it appears that soils in different places are different in terms of formation, but some layers are seen in general when investigating the soil from its upper level to the lower level. As it's seen in the figure, in the top layer of the soil, remains of the trees and animals. Here in the top layer of the soil, you found that there are plants and animals. Plants and animals are mixed up, but some layers are seen in general when investigating the soil from the upper level. The black or non-bright elements formed due to the mixing of plants and animals remains are called humus. Here you found that humus, which are created after decomposing of the plants and animals' dead body. Humus is found more in the upper layers of the soil. Plants get their essential nutrients from the humus. You found here after the plants and animals layer, you found the humus, and this humus is created by the decomposing of the dead body of plants and animals. In the second layer, humus decreases. For this, it is less black and looks brighter to some extent. The third layer is originally formed by minute rock particles. At last, the lowest layer is formed by bedrock alone. In this layer, we found that in this layer, humus is decreasing, and in this layer, the third layer is originally formed by minute rock particles. In this here, you found that very teeny rocks, and in the last layer, you found that there are big rocks. And there is a bedrock alone. There is flood in the place close to the river in Bangladesh. The flood water carries alluvial soil. The upper portion of the soil is formed by alluvial soil in the coastal regions. Hence, the upper layer of the soil in those places does not grow that sterile. This soil is suitable for the cultivation. When the alluvial soil coming from the river because of the flood or river erosion, then this soil become fertile. Minerals. It is told before that the earth crust is formed by various substances. Some portion of it is formed by organic substances. Moreover, there are some inorganic substances. Sometimes there are more than one stuff remain mixed with the inorganic substances. Sometimes an inorganic substances does not remain in mixed condition but stays separated. This type of inorganic substances are called minerals. Another characteristic of mineral is these are not made by the humans. It is produced by nature. Limestone is a mineral which is actually substances called calcium carbonate. Limestone is available at Joypurhat and Sylhet district in Bangladesh. So we found some minerals inside of our soil like this. One kind of mineral is limestone, and this limestone we found under the soil, and it is basically found in the Joypurhat of the Sylhet. Limestone is used as a raw material for manufacturing cement. Usually, minerals are available more in the lower portion of the soil. Sometimes they remain mixed with the soil in the upper portion. Many essential minerals are available in nature. The rocks used to construct buildings are made from the iron. Cars, buses, launches, and all of these are made of iron. Tubers, plow, shear, nails, machineries, etc. are also made of iron. Iron is found in the soil as minerals. Some cooking pots and spoons are made from aluminium. Aluminium is also found in the soil as a mineral like iron. So we found minerals like aluminium and iron from the soil. Copper, silver, gold and zinc, all these essential and costly substances are also available in the soil as mineral. However, these minerals are not abundant in Bangladesh. Although coal, petroleum or natural gases are found underground, they are not called minerals because they are produced from animals' body and they are not inorganic. So, coal, petroleum and natural gas, they are not mineral because they are found from the animal's body and they are inorganic. Big trees lying under pressure beneath the earth for a long time have converted to coal, petroleum and natural gases. They are produced from the fossilized remains of a living being and dug out of the earth later. So they are called fossil fuels. In many places of our country, natural gases and coal is available under the earth's surface. Petroleum is available in many countries of the world. Natural gas, coal and petroleum are useful forms of fuel. The heat produced by burning these fuels is used to run mills and factories, public transport and to produce electricity. Cooking is done with this fuel. Many necessary things can also be produced from this. For example, urea fertilizer is produced from the natural gases and polythene is produced from the petroleum. My dear students, now you understand that under the soil there are lots of minerals and lots of fossilization things like petroleum, gas and coal. We use these minerals and rocks in different purposes of our life. Now in our today's class we also discuss creative question number 1. This question is from your book exercise and at first we will read the question. Here is the figure. You found that in the figure, this figure, the three main layers of the interior earth. We found this figure in this part and we draw this figure in the creative question number 1 STEM, and also there are 4 questions. What is the earth crust? Number B, what does a volcanic eruption means? Number C, describe the formation of layer R, and number D, analyze layers P and Q from the soil. Now we discuss creative question number 1. Number A, what is the earth crust? The upper portion of the lithosphere is known as the earth crust. So what is earth crust? The upper portion of the lithosphere is known as the earth crust. Number B, what does a volcanic eruption means? The tectonic plate theory is based on the findings that the lithosphere below the earth is separated into many portions or parts. These are called tectonic plates. When these plates smack or strike one another, immense heat is produced. The substances on the earth crust get melted due to this excessive heat. These melted substances came out penetrating the earth's surface. This is called volcanic eruption. Now, question number C, describe the formation of layer R. Now, the R portion, this is the R portion, that means centrosphere or the core. The R portion in the picture is the centrosphere. This spherical layer's radius is about 3500 km from the center of the earth. There are metals like heated nickel, iron, lead, etc. in the centrosphere. They are in solid state in the outer side and in melted state in the inner side. After the creation of the earth, heat let off gradually from its interior portion, which gradually has become cool, but from the central portion heat could not be emitted. Number D, analyze layers P and Q from the soil. The layer P in the picture is called lithosphere. Here it is called lithosphere, and the layer Q is called the mantle zone. This zone we called mantle zone. Below the earth's surface, the solid layer covering the interior portion of the earth is known as lithosphere. The lithosphere may spread up to 100 km below the earth's surface. Below the lithosphere is the mantle zone. Major portion of it is in semi-liquid or half-melted state. Scientists assume that melted lava spring out by volcanic eruptions from that portion. So it is clear that the lithosphere contributes to the summation of the soil. The upper portion of the lithosphere is known as the earth crust, which is covered by water or soil. The remainder is covered by dust particles or stone chips. The outmost portion contains maximum organic substances and is in a soft state, which is called soil. We live on this part of the earth. We produce our essential food on the soil. Besides, there are minerals in the soil which we use for different purposes. My dear students, I hope you should understand our today's class and also creative question number 1. And your homework is homework number 17, and homework is creative question number 1 and D part. My dear students, I hope you do the homework properly and submit it in the proper date, and continue your study at your home. Till then, keep well. Assalamu alaikum.